Alright. It's that time, man. It's your time. Scam Cali. Scam Cal. It's your time, Scam Cal. And I hate to say Big Shirley had to bring it on out. Big Shirley had to bring it on out. Alright. We got cousin Benny bringing it to us. Make sure the volume turned up on this, man. We gotta make sure we turned our way up. Alright. Let's go.
And I've been inspired by the courage and resilience of Californians. Health workers, teachers, parents, and kids.
Look at them.
You came together. And now you're coming back stronger than ever. As your governor, I promise you, whatever challenges come our way, I will always lead the California way.
Gavin Newsom, courage through crisis.
Look at that.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Benny. Nick Shirley has done it again. The madman in California investigating
over there exposed
$170 million worth of fraud.
170 million.
That these fraudsters are driving luxury vehicles, operating fake businesses, and literal child endangerment. All of it in his brand new expose, 40 straight minutes of it. And it is going viral. This, at time of recording, has 3 million views, 45,000 reposts, 131,000 likes. Nick Shirley has done it again. It's time to expose it all. Here's just the beginning.
This is the sound of hospice money. Could you just answer the question, what's the need for a 1,000% increase in hospice care here inside of LA? Do you have the paperwork to enroll a little boy by the name of Joey?
You don't know what's going on?
Look,
well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California. There's $6,000 per beneficiary. Can you give us any explanation? Where can we open a hospice at? Get the Maybach just like you.
In the Maybach.
California may have the largest amount of fraud in the country, as California is the state with the highest taxes and collects more money than any other state in America. It is filled with fraud. California's version of Medicaid, called Medi-Cal, has more than doubled since 2022 from $108 billion to a proposed $222 billion in 2026. Their population, however, has not grown exponentially. However, their spending has. There has been 1,000% increase in hospice care in Los Angeles County. In fact, 1 out of every $10 of home health care in America is spent in Los Angeles. On top of that, their government-funded daycare programs are filled with violations. While they continue to give money to these fraudsters, it is estimated that the fraud in California could be in the hundreds of billions of dollars. In this video, we will be going face-to-face with these fraudsters, confronting them as they defraud the American taxpayer out of millions and billions of dollars as they live their lives in luxury, driving around luxurious cars that cost more than $100,000 that you actually...
And you know, I'm just gonna say it. That's why, if you know somebody from Cali, all they talk about is, and there's nothing wrong with nice things, but it's a difference from that's not the newest car. And it's like, what? You ain't even got the newest car. What did you talk about? Or you notice how somebody from California, which I'm new to it, I never been, but I know some people who lived there. They no longer live there. They live here in Georgia. And you gotta have the newest car. Or your car always got to be clean. Nothing against having that, but it's like it's a car, and it's like you treat it as like you didn't have to like put work into it. Like it just popped up. Then you start doing some research, and you find out it's a bunch of scamming going on.
They paid for.
So, as you can see, Nick Shirley kind of hitting the Minnesota Somali vibe, but expanding it out to California.
Good.
And the rules still exist.
Because I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna try not to keep stopping it, because I'm really trying to let it play. It's like 12 minutes long. When I start seeing Cali videos, I'm about to really get on Cali ass. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a nigga already done it. The homeless is crazy. The theft allowance, I call it a theft allowance. How you gonna allow them up to $900 before they have to go to jail? Like, that's you are allowing people to steal, because you don't want to fix the homeless, because that was a gateway for the money. They all scamming, man. If it's phones, it's laptops. That's why they just breaking cars in broad daylight. When I seen videos of them breaking and people just walking down the street like it's normal, or when people feces on the sidewalks, they just walk around it. No, we not doing it. It's not normal. Y'all have normalized crazy. Y'all normalized mental issues, basically. All right. That's my rant.
Are fake. None of the businesses are real. And when you confront people who are running these businesses, like this Somali, it just happens to be that they are all Somali. It's almost like there's a cottage industry here. And you get screamed at and threatened.
So according to state records, when inspectors arrived here, there were 14 kids enrolled, but 0 present. And then this place was also cited for having missing children's records and also not having a facility roster.
It's kind of weird that there's this daycare in the middle of a neighborhood. Hello?
I was naked, okay?
No, you weren't.
I can sue you. I was like, I wasn't dressed. I'm a Muslim.
Either way, can we enroll a child into the daycare?
You don't know what's going on.
Well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California. It says there's 14 children enrolled here.
You don't care.
I do
You
care.
don't care.
Then where
And
are
they
the
all
children?
Somalian, bro.
Where are the children at?
Like,
You come here.
Where are the
they
children?
riding around in BMWs,
Where are the children at, ma'am?
Mercedes.
Alright, so what she's doing is she's making a video right now. She's gonna send it out all to all the other daycares. But at the end of the day, enrolled for 14 children, no
14.
children here, and this is from the state of California. We're not targeting Somalian population. We're just going after daycares, and just so happens to be that all the daycares, they are Somalian so far. Where are the children at, ma'am? 14 children. Would you like to make a statement as to where the children are?
You don't care where is my children.
Ma'am, we would not be here if we weren't asking you.
Care. You don't care.
What do you mean we don't care? This is why we're here.
And don't record me. You don't care.
This is why we're here to ask about these daycares.
Ask me who you are.
My name's Nick Shirley. You already know that.
Shirley, I know, but you a trouble man.
How are we making trouble?
man.
You're causing trouble.
Let me call 911.
We just want to know where the
I'm
children
gonna
are.
call 911. You don't want to do that.
For what?
You.
For what?
You come to my house.
We haven't done anything.
I don't know.
The problem with these daycares is that they receive money through a program called CalWorks, but as you see,
Receiving
there
money.
are no children actually there. These fraudsters are simply enrolling children on paper to receive government subsidies.
Wow.
Even after the state visits these daycares and confirms there are no children actually there, the government and the state continue to give these daycares money.
Same fraud, different state.
look at them.
Same fraud, different
Look
state.
at
The difference
them.
is that in California, there's a lot more fraud money
Look
to
at
go
that.
around because California takes in, of course, many more billions upon billions of tax dollars, and they have more cottage industries to hide them under. We went out to California and exposed, for instance, the homelessness
Yeah,
industry.
that's the
This
video
is
I
the
wanted to do.
homeless fraud industry
Yep.
that is able to conceal and
They're moving
steal
out a lot of money,
billions
man.
of dollars because California has such a problem with homelessness.
Yep.
California has these sort of
Drug
different
problem.
problems that other states
That's what
don't
the fuck they
have,
got.
and so they can hide all the
Serious
fraud and have
drug
different
problem.
vectors for money laundering.
Everybody, and it-
Hospice fraud is a massive one also in California. Once this complex full of different hospice companies found out Nick Shirley was there, everybody started leaving in their fancy cars. This is hospice money. Let's watch.
Word got out that I was inside of the plaza, and all the fraudsters started hopping in their cars, leaving the scene.
Excuse me. Let's see if they can just answer our questions really quick. Hello, can we ask you a quick question?
Dark tint too.
Driving out in a brand new M8.
M8.
They can't get out that easy. How can I get an M8 as well? Should I open up a hospice? Driving out in a brand new M8 BMW M8 competition. Listen to this thing.
Really hitting the gas.
This is the sound of hospice money.
And he hitting the gas on. He don't care. They don't
This is the
care.
guy who said he's fat because of Dr. Oz. His business is not open today. Seems like this mafia right here is naming all of their companies after the word angel. We have Angels of Valley Hospice. We have Angels of Haven, Angels of Peace, Light of Angels. Yet the BMWs, one right here, one right there, 2 brand new Mercedes over there. It's just...
This would be how the fraud works, right?
Yep.
You need to launder the money into a company
LLC
car.
in it.
It's
Yep.
one of the ways you do it. If you have a nonprofit or a healthcare company, you buy your car through the business. You're able to launder the money. You're able to then get an asset good that you can trade, sell. It's amazing. Nick Shirley confronted people walking out of a dilapidated California hospice center, which received millions of taxpayer dollars. They all dumped in expensive cars and drove away.
So what do you think about all this
In a
hospice
Tesla.
fraud? Sir, you're in the Cybertruck, driving away, taking money from old people. Yet he's just driving away in his Cybertruck, won't even answer any questions. Let's see, we have another rich person as well. That's getting rich off this hospice. This guy's leaving as well. So the 2 people that walked out of Holy Angels, they're in a brand new
Holy
Cybertruck
Angels.
and a new BMW.
Look at
How
that.
lucrative of a business is hospice? I'm seeing a Cybertruck here in a nice BMW. It's good. Yeah, because it looks like, for instance,
It's good.
Guardian of Angels, that used to be here, $4.8 million they built the state of California. And how many clients do you guys have?
Do you have a badge? Do I need to answer your question?
I'm just curious.
It's not mine. I just work.
Yeah. You must be getting paid pretty well, right?
Bro, my parents, bro. Come on.
Do your parents run the hospice?
They don't work.
No. Who's that guy in the Cybertruck?
He's my uncle.
He's your uncle. So it's like a family business to own the hospices. But why was he walking out of the hospice then too?
Bro, can you leave me alone?
Like these hospices, there's nothing inside of them.
If it's not you guys, how come you're in the newest BMW and the newest Cybertruck?
Because
I can only imagine what the guy who's in charge is driving.
Just all the other hospices? Do you like taking care of old people? Like, are you the one going out visiting the hospice patients, sir?
About to hit something.
Uh-oh, he's gonna have to do another point turn.
He can't even drive. He can't
You
even
could just go that way.
drive. Look
What's
at
the
that.
key to opening up a hospice if I want to open up one? Because you're in the family business of hospices.
You're scammers, man. I hate scammers, bro.
If I want to open my own?
I hate scammers. I work hard.
What do you do for work here?
Huh?
What do you do for work here?
Why?
Oh, we're just
Say
looking
why.
around. We're seeing all these hospices, so we're just curious.
Well, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Pure cinema. They're taking hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars in
It
fraud
so
by
is.
illegals. And
So
recent
is.
arrival, aren't we? They all got to go back home.
Yep.
Unbelievable 23-year-old YouTuber in a hoodie is once again doing the job the corporate media refuses to do. Blue state politician refused to stop.
Nick Shirley
Foreign
know how to
criminals are
do
robbing
it.
this country blind, and they're not even selling.
Surely know how to do it.
In plain sight, driving cheap
I ain't
wagons
mad
and
at you,
Maybachs,
Nick.
Fraudulent
I
hospice.
ain't mad at you, big
centers.
dog.
Yeah. Here's a $19 million
Expose the scam cow.
adult daycare center.
Adult daycare center.
He did it again. Just showed up.
170 million.
Just show up. Just check the plates. This is the
Scamming
US
ass
attorney
Cali.
for Los Angeles. TikTok, we're coming for fraud in California. Yes, there will be more arrests. You can read about some of the cases here. There was also an apartment building that had unsupervised children in it. 2 kids with no adults,
Oh, wow.
0 supervision.
They caught it.
California is way worse than Minnesota.
Oh, most definitely is way worse.
Governor Gavin Newsom has decided to respond to this by posting this AI-generated photo of Nick Shirley with a bunch of cameras on his head, saying, "Can I see your kids?" Gavin Newsom signed it. First off, it got community noted. Here we go. Let's read the community note. Gavin Newsom signed into law AB 2655 per law section. And this image is generated by AI. Gavin Newsom's office must label it as deceptive content, so they're breaking their own law. Nick Shirley responding, "Do you realize I'm trying to help Americans eliminate fraud and waste? We need to try and make it look like the bad guy for exposing fraud. People are over it. Start working for the people, not against them."
That's right.
This is exactly how corrupt government responds when somebody starts exposing fraud. That's exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, as ever, follow Nick Shirley and his channel. Make sure that you support him, an independent journalist. He's doing God's work. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
So and now, little Nick.
See ya.